So is destiny swapping real? I keep hearing destiny swapping is real, and they're citing the Bible. They're specifically citing the story of Joseph. That story is not an example of destiny swapping. That's a clear example. That's a clear confirmation that what is meant to happen is going to happen for you. That wasn't destiny swapping. So we know that in the story that Joseph was his father Jacob's favorite son. And it's caused tension between him and his brothers. So Joseph is having these dreams that his family, his brothers, and his parents are going to one day bow down to him. This caused even more tension and even more jealousy between the brothers. Even Jacob is like, bow down to you. I know you're my favorite. Like you the chosen one, but bow down to you. I don't know about that. But he still kept it in the back of his head. So one day, his brothers, they threw him in a ditch. They plot to kill him. The oldest is like, no, this is still our flesh and blood. We aren't going to kill him, but we can maybe sell him for some silver. We can make some profit off of him. So he ends up enslaved. He ends up in Potiphar's house. He's a wealthy man. Joseph ends up in charge of his whole estate. Potiphar even saw like there's something special, there's something different about Joseph. He put him in charge of his estate. Potiphar's wife also saw there was something different and something special about Joseph, and she wanted to get him in bed. Joseph wasn't with it, so she basically just says like, I'm gonna scream grape because I didn't get what I want. So she does that. Joseph ends up in jail. Even in jail, the warden said there's something different, there's something special about Joseph. Joseph ends up in charge of the whole jail. And in jail, there's two prisoners. They were employees of Pharaoh. So one of them, they have dreams together. They have these dreams, the two employees. Joseph interprets the dream. He interprets that one of them is going to die and one of them is going to get out of the prison and he's going to go back into Pharaoh's house. And those predictions came true. So the cupbearer, Joseph said, don't forget about me, like when you get out of prison, like because I shouldn't be here. I didn't do anything wrong. I just shouldn't be here. So the cupbearer, he gets out, he goes back to Pharaoh, and of course he forgot about him until a few years later. Pharaoh has a dream, and he knows that this dream is different, and he can't interpret it, and he can't find anybody else to interpret these dreams. But the cupbearer, he then remembers Joseph in prison. He was like, there is Joseph in prison, and he can interpret dreams. So Pharaoh calls for Joseph. Joseph then interprets those dreams. He said, there's going to be years of abundance, and then there's going to be years of famine. And Pharaoh sees like there's something different, there's something special about Joseph. So they prepare for the abundance, and they also prepare for the famine. And Joseph ends up being in charge of everything. Everyone answers to Joseph. The only one that Joseph answers to is Pharaoh. So there we have it. So during the abundance, they prepare, and during the famine, everyone came to them for food, including Joseph's family. And to make a long story short, his family did end up bowing to him. So he predicted his own destiny, and his destiny came true. His family, the ones who were jealous of him, his brothers, the ones who were jealous of him, they put him in the position that he was in. They didn't intend for that to happen, but that's what needed to happen for him to get where he needed to get, for him to become who he needed to become. So that's not destiny swapping. That he in that beginning of that story, he predicted what his destiny was, and his destiny became real. So it actualized. That's not destiny swapping. So